Metro, shut your whole ass up and play some drums, nigga. Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's TonyXTony, and don't forget the X. So yeah, I am super excited to do this video. I want to do like a multiple part series about my favorite lyrics that we've heard in these diss tracks so far between Kendrick and Drake. And the reality of this situation is, it's so much bigger than Kendrick and Drake. I think I'm gonna make this multiple part because I want to involve the other people that have gotten involved too. And not only that, there's so many lyrics in these things that I really enjoy. I was like, here's my handy dandy notebook. I started to get into filling out some of my favorite ones, and I started to realize like, yo, I haven't even gotten to all of them yet, and I've really kind of tried to keep it pretty 50-50 between Drake and Kendrick, but it's probably gonna at some point end up being a little bit more towards Kendrick just because he has more songs out. But I'm like, yo, there's so many good lines that's been used in these songs and just like so many cool burns. I'm just like, yo, I'm gonna dive into some of my favorite ones, probably make this 2-3 part series. I really want to get into like the Rick Ross stuff, some of the Kanye stuff as well. I want to hit some more Drake lines and some more Kendrick lines as well too, involve Metro, you know, see what else kind of comes from this, even if like there is more that might be out there. I don't know, maybe something else happens in the meantime. But anyway, let's get started because why waste time? My favorite line so far has to be Kendrick. And it starts with the Kendrick line whenever he goes, and I think this is my favorite line just because it's so impactful and it started off everything on like that, bro. Whenever he was like, motherfuck the big three, nigga, it's just big me, nigga, bow. I was like, yo. Whenever I first heard that, like all of us, we was all just taken aback. And like, if you put yourself back into that situation without all the future songs before Drake had dropped push-ups and stuff, that's what really kind of set it off. We was all like, yo, Kendrick really out here doing this, like he really out here ready to start some stuff. And we was so excited, and honestly it's lived up and it kind of exceeded the expectations that I had for it, to be honest with you. All right, my second favorite, well, after this it's not really in second favorites, I just had to say that's probably my favorite line just because it's really started everything. After that, I'm just kind of going in like the order that I could kind of think about writing them down. So next I'm gonna go with Kendrick. He was like, if you walk around with the stick, it ain't Andre 3K. Like, that line was cool to me. Obviously, it's so many double entendres to it, like Andre 3000 walks around with the stick, he plays the flute, like that whole thing. And also, just like to kind of bring this Andre 3K to like a future line, like not Future the rapper, but like a line that comes out later, whenever he's saying like, he'll inherit the beef for Pharrell. I also thought that was cool, like he's looking out for the OGs and stuff like that. So now we go to Drake. Drake says, how the fuck you big stepping with 5'7" men's on? I was cracking up, bro. Like how he finna cook Kendrick, like the whole time he was calling him a midget and stuff, to me is just like so funny. Just like the whole time just demeaning how like big he is in stature. I'm like, yo, come on Drake, you don't gotta be that dirty, bro. Let's go to a Kendrick line. I guess we'll kind of alternate. Kendrick said, snap, my hair is getting in my face, y'all. Let me pick this up. I like Drake with the melodies. I don't like Drake when he act tough. Like, that line to me was cool because honestly I kind of feel the same way. Drake when he act tough is, you know, there's so many other artists out here that are actually tough, like legitimately some savages type tough. I'm talking like Chief Keef, like, you know, whenever we was dealing with drill rap and all that kind of stuff, maybe Chief not no more, but like there's the whole group of people that's branched from that. Drill rap is a real thing, yo. So like when we start hearing stuff like that, like it's really hard to believe somebody that's not really living the lifestyle that would even look tough. He doesn't even really, anyway. Drake with the melodies was the one where it was at, and I still enjoy Drake though. So either way, the line made a lot of sense to me. Okay, Drake's turn. I'm at the top of the mountain, so you tight now. Just to have this talk with your ass, I had to hike down. Like I said, I really like whenever he's kind of like looking down on Kendrick. In this case, it was like a double entendre, maybe even a triple, depending on like how you want to look at it. But I like he's standing on top of the mountain. Obviously, he's taller than Kendrick, and he's looking down at him. But he also feels like he's on top of the pinnacle of his game too. I'm like, yo, Drake, all right, I see you. Way to think outside the box with the way that you put that, because he really could have made that line kind of very like, you know, it didn't really stand out all that much, but he did a great job in the way that he delivered it too. And if I deliver any of these wrong, I apologize. I'm trying. There's so many lines, yeah. Like, it's really hard to remember. I'm really even trying to, like, I want to remember every single song with bar by bar, but that's probably gonna take some years, to be honest with you, for me. All right, you know, let's go another Drake one for just because I'm already here. Metro, show it. Metro, shut your ass. Why can't I say it? I'm too excited. Metro, shut your whole ass up and play some drums, nigga. Yo, that line is hilarious. Like, I'm sorry, y'all. I know that I was over here stumbling, probably look like I can't read, but like, shut your whole ass up and play some drums, nigga. Like, that is hilarious, bro. He said it with such vitriol too. It was so smooth with it. Like, Drake a fool, bro. That stuff was so funny to me, man. All right, let's go back to Kendrick. Yeah, calling Aubrey, no, I'm a selfish nigga. The crown is heavy. I pray they my real friends. If not, I'm YMW Melly. Like, like, if you know anything about that whole case, it's like, you don't want to be on the other side of YMW Melly, allegedly. Allegedly, I'm not saying that he did anything, but like, you know, it is what it is. All right, let's go back to Drizzy. Okay, so push-ups, the whole premise of drop and give me 50, drop and give me 50. Like, that whole thing, I really rock with that. Like, it's so catchy and it sticks in your head. It makes you low-key want to go drop and get 50 push-ups. Like, man, I could knock out 50 real quick. It sounds kind of motivational in a weird way. But the way that Drake does it, obviously, is not no type of, like, inspiration meant at all. He's really kind of, like, making fun of his contract situation, and also, like, bro, drop and give me 50. Like, so it's such a good line to me personally. I would have never thought about it, especially as like the first rebuttal to anything. Like, the way that Drake started off this whole thing just has such energy to it, and it's like, okay, Drizzy, I see you. I see you, bro. Let's go. Boom. All right, so next, let's go to Kendrick again. This line right here. Okay. All right, so next, I'm gonna go Kendrick, and I'm gonna go, I make music that electrify him. You make music that pacify him. I could double down on that line. Like, that whole thing is crazy because, like, it seems so simple at first look, but whenever he says he'll double down on that line, then it makes you wonder, like, okay. And then you start thinking, like, pacify. I know pacify is like a thing of, like, kind of like making them less active type deal. But then pacify is also a play on the fact that he likes underage girls, or like allegedly likes underage girls. So I'm just like, all right. Like, when I first heard it, I didn't catch it. And that's the beauty of this whole thing, is there's been so many double meanings to these lines. I'm like, all right, I'm really digging the fact that, like, people are thinking out the box this way. Let's go back to Drizzwald. Oh, I don't care what Cole think, that dot shit was whack as fuck. Like, coming straight at J. Cole by Drake was some boss move stuff. Like, you don't get that every day, like, where these artists directly mention each other's names. We've always had in this rap beef thing where it's like just so hidden, and you're like, oh yeah, that line could be about that person. It's so what's the word I'm looking for? Like, obscure, just so like general, that the line could kind of be about anybody, but like as fans we look into him and we realize, like, oh yeah, that's what he's really talking about. So the fact that he came straight at J. Cole, bingo, I love that. All right, now let's go back to Dot. Don't tell no lie about me, and I won't tell no truth about you. Oh, bro. I thought that I had the line whenever I first heard it. I thought he was gonna say, don't tell no lie about me, and I won't tell no lie about you. But did he say no truths? And then that's when it really just like, the whole situation of this battle is, the nature of it kind of shifted after that, because it's like Kendrick he set up this whole thing in a way where it was gonna be a propaganda battle, and he was like setting himself up to seem like he was the one that was telling the truth the whole time, just by that line alone, and that being a Euphoria, and that being like one of the first things we hear. It's like, okay, what truths do you got to tell about Drake? And then he proceeds to go into a whole bunch of things that are like truths, even though they're like kind of more rumors than anything at the moment, but like kind of substantial rumors, you know what I mean? So great line, great line. Let's go Kendrick again. I like whenever Kendrick does the whole thing where he's like, I'm the biggest hater. I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress. Like, that whole thing was just like, the line was just spit with so much like energy, and you could just feel it. I'm like, yo, dude, really don't like Drake? Like, what Drake do to you, bro? Like, it really makes you start wondering, what is the real problem behind these guys? Is he just not like him because he just don't like him? Which that's what he says, but I don't know. It seems like it's gotta be more than that. And obviously he starts to reveal all this stuff after that point. But at the moment, we're just like, dude, like, me and my brother was cracking up because we both make music too. And I was just like, I would have never thought to say that way. Like, just, I don't know. It's just hilarious to me, especially in a rap beef. Like, you would think that you would never want to be the hater in a rap beef, but the way that he spun it, I was like, all right, like, it's lit. All right, let's go back to Drake. Oh, I really like whenever he was like, I was really trying to keep it PG, or however he said it. Like, the whole thing of like, we was all so excited to hear what came next, and then we actually got to hear what came next after that line, and it's like, all right, that was fire, yo. Like, that was super cool. We all really felt it in. I'm like, all right, because the way that he ended Push Ups was just so unique. It sounded like a brand new song, and granted, it was a brand new song, to be honest with you. Really good thinking by Drake. All right, my last Kendrick line. Headshot for the year, you better walk around like Daft Punk. That was like, cause Daft Punk's one of my favorite. Whenever I was in college, I used to listen to him so much. Like, and then there was a time whenever I didn't even know what Daft Punk looked like, even though there was pictures, but like, you know, we wasn't really trying to ruin the illusion of Daft Punk and stuff. So yeah, better walk around like Daft Punk. So he was saying two things, in my opinion. First of all, headshot for the year. You want to have some protection for your head. And secondly, Daft Punk hid their face for so long. Even though they wasn't hiding their face in shame necessarily, they was hiding theirs more just for like, they wanted to do it for their career. Drake, he's saying like, you got to walk around with shame now, because after I get done with you, your face don't want to be seen no more. At least that's how I took it. Maybe I'm reading too far into it as a Kendrick fan, but like, I feel like I did some of the same things with Drake, where I'm just like, kind of trying to find these other alternate meanings to it that might not exist, and we kind of make these artists look a little more genius than they really are. But at the same time, these artists are genius, so maybe we're not looking at them any different. So I think you just gotta look at these lines with an open mind. And last but not least, oh, okay, so Drake was, the rest of y'all are definitely getting involved. Y'all getting it too. As soon as you get the courage to drop, I'm out on the loose. Like, they was spitting so many fun lines, man. Like, just so many fun, catchy little, easy to repeat things that don't have too much meaning to them, other than just like, I'm just trying to come at your head top. That's it. Like, I just want to come here for straight carnage and destruction. Nothing else. I don't want to be your friend. After this, if we are straight enemies for the rest of all time, I am happy with that. And to be honest with you, that's kind of energy that, like, hey, it is what it is. That's what this industry's all about. That's what rap beef is about. We don't try to have friends around here. So, good stuff, y'all. This is the first part of this series. Hopefully y'all like this. I'm gonna continue to put them out. I don't know how long we're gonna go for. Maybe I'll end up covering every single line. I don't know. But these are just some of my top bars from the first few songs. Push Ups, Euphoria, and Like That. Because honestly, I could have written more. Like, I saw so many lines that I was looking at, and I just was like, all right, I'm trying to pick some of my favorites. So next we'll probably cover like Taylor Made, 616 in LA, and maybe throwing like the Rick Ross and Kanye's too for Like That and Champagne Moments, or whatever that one was called by Rick Ross. So yeah, anyway, peace out, y'all. Thanks for stopping by. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see y'all next time, and don't forget the eggs.